Hey YouTube, Mr. Dodo8449 here. I'm doing part 3 of my little mini-series on how to make a YouTube background. You can currently see my current one at the moment. It's sort of, it's a red background, a little bit of an image on it, and the name up and down the side. So I'm going to show you how to make something sort of very simple, and you'll be able to, make it bigger and better and personalize it, whatever. So in the first video, you saw me. I told you which software you needed to get, and sort of all the other little bits you need to download. It's all completely free, which is nice. In the second video, you saw me show you how to use the software, which is Paint 3.5. And now this video here, I'm going to actually show you how to make a background. So the first thing you want to do is scroll down until you lose this top bar up here, and just click print screen. Because you'll need that in a second. Then go onto your paint, image, canvas size, and the sizes you need is 1500 by 825. 825. There we go. Okay. And now Control V. Keep canvas size. Zoom out slightly. Just zoom out is just controlling the mouse wheel. Then you want to move this until it looks even. The white gap on either side looks even, which is about there. Good, there we go. Then press enter, and then that's now stuck. Now you need to get a new layer. You now need to make a color, make a box even. I choose to change your color. You go more, and then you can choose your wheel. And if you want to change the secondary color, you click on the secondary one. You can change that as well. But for primary, I'm going to make an obvious one that stands out. A yellow, that'll do. For the box, so I can see it later on. Actually, I'm going to make it 4. Just change the size of the line to 4. That'll do. And you want to put the box all the way around that grey bit in the middle, like so. There we go. Then just click on here to remove the background. You can quite clearly see the box there, and that there is the grey area on the screen where if you put any pictures and stuff there, you won't be able to see it because your YouTube channel video, this bit in the middle here sits in there. So you no longer need the background, so highlight it and delete it. There we go. Now we need to get another layer. And what we're going to do with this one here is actually put a background on. I'm just going to show you 2 random colours. We're going to go from, let's go from yellow to black actually. Like that. Then you've got, you can either just fill using either the primary, which is left click on the mouse, or the secondary, which is right click on the mouse. So that's how you can choose between each colour. But what I actually want to do is gradient, which is this little blue square thing next to the fill. Click on that, and at the top here you've got your types. It can either just go from one to the other. You can go from the middle outwards, you can go to diamond shape, circle shape, or a conical. I'm going to use a conical for this. I'm going to go in the middle, and if I left click first, then you move out the black, and if you right click first, there you go, you move out the yellow. So hopefully you can see how it works. And as you see, you rotate it around, you can get different colours. I'm not actually going to use that one. I'm going to use radial. There we go. And when you get to this, if you just click on these dots here, you can move around. So I can move the spot to there, and then move it out like that. There we go. That's the corner of it. Then when you're done, press enter. Oh no, don't click that. Press. Hang on a minute. There we go. Press enter. That's done. So we've now got our background layer. If I move that one up, you can now see where the yellow box is going to sit. That's why I chose yellow, because it was an obvious colour. New layer. Now we need to start putting in our your name, your words, your text, whatever. The way you do that is you click on the text key, click in about the middle of the screen here. It's quite important you get this right. Change the colour of the text to red, only because it will stand out a bit more then. Size, I think the best size is about 108. Well, at least it is for me because of the size of my name. Oh, whoops, I pressed enter in there accidentally. There we go. I've chosen, you can have bold, italics, underline, a line through, whatever you want. I'm just going to go normal. On here, the next part of this is just, well, you can choose your font, which ones you want. Let's have a look. Well, you can sort of get a picture and see what sort of different fonts there are, and loads of different styles. That one will do. Which one was that one? Haha. Trying to find again. There we go. And now I want to change the colour of that, so I'm going to go and put it as yellow for this end, and you can just click, you can choose the fill button and choose your colour, and then you can just go around each letter and fill it in. I find that's a bit easier than sort of putting up the colour first of all. Also means you can choose whichever colour you want. Now select the move tool and then go layers, rotate and zoom, put it at 90 degrees. Eventually I'll get there. There we go. Then shrink it down until it fits comfortably in the screen like that. Don't put it right up to the edges, because I'll show you the problem at the end of the video with it. Then just slide this to the position you want, like that, and then move it down slightly. It's quite important you leave a gap at the top up here, and I will show you why later on. And then new layer, and you just need to repeat it. Where's text tool? There we go. And now the cool thing is about this is it will actually remember the colour and the font, so you don't have to go looking for it again. If you can spell your own username properly, there we go. Yes, it remembers the font and stuff, and then when you go move, layer, rotate and zoom, it actually remembers the amount of zoom you put and the direction. But obviously we need to go the other way, so we're going to go minus 90. There we go. It's now going the other way, and you move it until it sits in approximately the right place with the other side, so by eye it looks correct. Oh, there. And I'm going to have to fill this one in black, so it stands out against the yellow. Another thing is, if you make a mistake, for instance, I don't want this, I don't want any of this to be black. Up here in the history, if you just scroll up, see it says paint bucket, paint bucket, paint bucket, there we go, finished pixels. So if I clicked on that, then it actually moves and undoes everything you've just done. Excuse me. So that's a very handy feature. Right, now then, press enter, and that's done. So now you can see we've got layers, and you get this. If I remove the layer 2, which is the box, you can now see how the outline sort of works. Now you can add a few other things, for instance pictures and stuff. If I just go on Google and look for, I don't know, soccer, that'll do. Images. There we go, that one will do. Excuse my computer, it's quite slow to do anything. Copy image. Then you need to get a new layer, and if you click on these ticks, it actually removes the other layers. So I've now only got one layer, and if I go Control V, there we go, and I've got a picture of a football. I leave that there, and then if I bring back in all the other layers, now you see you've got the problem that the picture is in front of everything, and all you do is you highlight the layer and then you use the down arrow, and there you go, now it's gone behind everything. And if I go down one more, it's now disappeared behind the background. So lift that up, there we go. And as you can see, you can now add images and stuff like that, but I don't want a football, so I'll get rid of that. And I will move layer 5 back up to the top. There we go. So that there is a very simple background. If you want to add images and stuff, it's exactly the same. Just get a new layer, control, copy and paste it in, and then move the layer around until you get it to the correct place. Excuse me. I just think of any other features which, well, it's very easy just to actually just mess around with this software and see what else you can add. You can add shapes and stuff. For instance, there's a nice circle there. You can then fill it in. And there you go. So you can do patterns and stuff like that just with the simple shapes. This is a bit more of a sort of make your own, draw your own sort of shape thing. I've never actually used this tool. What does this one do? Oh, I see. You draw a straight line and then you can bend it around to whatever you want. So as you can see, there's quite a few features and stuff which you can use. But now I will actually put this into my YouTube channel. So save as. Actually cancel that. Sorry, I need to flatten it first. You've got to go image flatten, which then compresses all these layers into one, which is now called background. And then once you've done this, you can then add more layers and work. So once you've like got a background, you want that to stay the same. You can then get more layers on top of this and like build it up. And the background's very useful if you want to use this for other applications. If you need the same background for everything. But yeah, so that's once you've flattened it, save as my desktop as YouTube video background. That's probably spelt wrong somewhere. There you go, YouTube video background, desktop, save that as, I don't really think it matters, but I prefer to save it as a JPEG. And click save. Now this here is quite important. The preview file size has got to be less than 100 kilobytes, I think that's right. And the way you can adjust that is just by sliding this up, and as you can see, as you make it more and more, it gets bigger. That's too big, so then use the down arrow. 100 exactly, that's amazing. Usually you get like 99 point something. As long as it's under 100 exactly or under, and that's okay. And it just changes like the quality. So if you just look at this little picture in the middle, you can see how good quality there is and how bad quality there is. So the higher you can get this, the better the quality finish will be. Okay, and we'll save that. Back to my channel. I'll actually change my background. Now the way you change it is remove background, choose file, desktop, we called it somewhere. There you go, YouTube video background, open. Now as this is 100 exactly, it might take a little while to load it. It might even refuse it even. Oh, there we go, in now. And then you have to choose fixed. If you choose scrolling, it doesn't work. You need to choose fixed. Finish editing. And there you go, you have a background now on either side. Now, once you've got it like this, you can go back onto Paint. So when you load it up, don't close down Paint, because as you can see here, there's a slight, this side here is out very slightly compared to this side. So as what I'd have to do is go back arrow to unflatten it, layer 4, choose the moving tool and move it across slightly to about there, and then go file, save. I think it'd be easier just to save over the top of the other one. Again, make sure it's still on 100, save, flatten it. Let's go back up to the top. Anyone doesn't know change background, you go onto your channel while you're logged in as you, go channel settings, and you just click choose file, YouTube video, make sure it's clicked on fixed. Let's have a look at that. There you go. You can now see how it's all even on both sides. Now the reason you have to click fixed is so the image stays where it is on the screen. If you chose scroll, it would have scrolled down, and then at this point here, your background image would have disappeared and it would have just gone back to a grey screen. So you have to choose fixed, or else it doesn't work properly. But anyway, yeah, you can now see you have a YouTube channel background. I think to say when you're logged in as you, looking at your own channel, it's got this bar along the top.